guys, Liam from Zen Yoga Health here. So let's get ready for a half hour of yoga. Just set aside any work issues, life issues, any stresses you might have at the moment, and get ready for your yoga flow. So come on over to the front of your mat, step your feet together into mountain pose, bring your hands together into prayer position. Let's take a breath or two just to set your intentions for doing yoga today. Begin to steady your breathing, deepen your breathing. Remember to inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose as well. And now inhale, roll back the shoulders, stretch arms up, interlock the fingers, stretch up the fingertips, exhale, stretch arms back out and down again. Inhale, stretch out and up again, interlock the fingers, take another good breath in, reach right up, exhale, stretch over to your left hand side. Inhale, back up to center again, and exhale over to the right hand side. Keep it gentle, keep your navel tucked in, keep Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Inhale, back up to center, and exhale, stretch your hands out in front to shoulder height, drop the shoulders down, feet about hip distance apart now. Inhale to lift the heels up away from the mat. Exhale to rest them back down. Inhale, lift up onto the ball of the foot again, and exhale, rest back down. Inhale, back up onto the ball of the foot, lifting the heel. Hold it a little extra this time. Exhale as you begin to bend your knees and float your hips down a little closer to the mat into awkward pose. Try to stay as perpendicular as you can here. I'm leaning a little forwards. Just aim to resist that tendency to lean forward, to use the extending muscles of the back to stay tall. And then when you're ready, inhale, let's lift all the way up again. Exhale just to rest your arms down. A little shake out. And then step your feet back together again into mountain pose. Inhale, stretch arms up. Exhale to an easy forward bend. Rest the fingertips down. Allow your head just to hang down between the shoulders. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, let's tiptoe the fingers forward as you push the hips back. And maybe shift weight a little backwards and forwards from the hands onto the feet. A nice stretch down through the side muscles into the lower back. Inhale, float the hips down, bend the knees. Exhale, lengthen out your legs again. Relax your head forward towards the knees. Inhale, float the hips down again. And then exhale, lift up and relax your head forward into the forward bend. Inhale, float the hips down. And let's hold it, an extra breath this time. A little gentle strengthening into the thighs. Exhale, float up the hips again, relax your head forward. And inhale, lift your head, step back with the right foot, step back the left foot, exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin down to the mat. Inhale, peel up to an easy cobra pose. Exhale, lift up your hips and knees into downward facing dog. Push back through the heels if you like. Just bend the knees and push the hips over from side to side, lengthening out through side muscles and hips. If you like, you could inhale, float hips and shoulders forward into a high plank pose, and exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale forwards, and let's hold it an extra breath or two this time. Lengthen back through the legs, keep your midsection engaged. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale the left foot. Relax your head down towards the knees. Inhale, lift up, stretch fingertips up to the ceiling again. Exhale, back down to forward bend. Inhale, lift your head, step back left foot, step back right foot, exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, peel up into cobra, and exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step forwards left foot, exhale the right foot, forward bend. Inhale, stretch out and up, fingertips together, and exhale, forward bend. Inhale, step back right foot, step back left foot. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, peel up into cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forwards right foot. Exhale the left foot. Inhale, stretch arms out and up. And exhale to forward bend. Inhale, step back the left foot. Step back the right foot. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, peel up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Relax the head forward, hold for a breath or two. Spread out the fingers and toes. I'm just turning here to give you a little better view of the next sequence. Let's inhale, rest the knees down, turn the left foot out to the left hand side. Step back with the right foot. Inhale to stretch up with your right arm. Let's stretch all the way back. Push the hips and the chest forward at the same time as you reach back through the right shoulder. Exhale, rest the right hand and the right knee back down. Follow with the chest and chin. Inhale up into cobra. Exhale, back to box pose. Turn the right foot out to the right hand side. Step out with the left foot. Inhale, stretch up with the left arm. Push forward through the hips. Push forward through the chest. Reach back and up with your left arm. Direct the gaze up to the left hand. Exhale, left hand, left knee, chest and chin back down to the mat. Inhale, peel up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for a breath. And now let's come over onto the left hand side. Stack up right foot on top of left. Reach up with your right arm. If you're steady, direct the gaze up towards the right hand. Hold here. Use your midsection, use your bandhas, tuck the navel, push in firmly with your left hand. Exhale, rest the right hand down. And lower chest and chin to the mat. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ready for the right hand side. Inhale, bring the hips and shoulders forward. Come over to your right side. Stack up the left foot on top of right. If you're steady, stretch up with your left hand towards the ceiling. Reach a little back. Let's just hold. Direct the gaze up towards the left hand if you're steady. Let's make it another good breath in, up and back. Exhale, rest the left hand down. Follow with knees, chest and chin, or lower to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's hold, rest in down dog. If you like, you could rest the knees down instead. Inhale, step left foot forward. Follow with the right foot, forward bend. Inhale, stretch arms out and up. Exhale, into mountain pose. And let's inhale, step back with the right foot. Turn to your right hand side. Stretch arms out to about shoulder height. Exhale, rest the left hand down to the left leg. Inhale, stretch up with the right hand. Exhale, now stretch over to your left hand side with the right hand. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. You can direct your gaze up towards the left hand. Let's inhale, stretch the left hand up and back again. Exhale, rest it down just inside the left foot. And let's rotate the triangle pose. Stretch up with your left hand. Direct the gaze up towards the left thumb. Note the position of the right hand just a little to the inside of the left foot. And inhale, return to your triangle pose. Lift up, stretch arms out. Exhale, right hand down to the right leg. Stretch up with your left hand. Exhale, stretch the left hand over to the right hand side. Turn your head to direct the gaze up towards the right palm. Inhale, stretch up with your left hand and exhale, rest it down to the mat. Just inside the right foot. Inhale, stretch up with the right hand, direct the gaze up to the right hand. Rotating triangle pose, push into the mat actively with your left hand. And exhale, rest the right hand down again. Inhale, stretch up with the left hand. Come all the way up, stretch arms out. And exhale, return to the beginning of your mat. Feet together and hands together. Mountain pose. Inhale, step back with your right foot. Rest the right knee down. Inhale to stretch up both arms. And let's exhale to lift up the right knee into first warrior pose. Inhale, rest the knee down again. Exhale and lift. Inhale, float the knee down. Exhale, lift. Let's hold it here this time. Inhale, one more time. Rest the knee down. Exhale and lift. And now let's hold. Stretch up through fingertips. Arms are parallel. Draw the shoulders and the shoulder blades down at the back as you reach the fingertips up. And now exhale. You can either rest down that right knee to rest the right hand down, stretch up the left hand, rotating your warrior pose, or keep the right knee lifted. Direct the gaze up to the left hand, push in with the right hand. Another good breath in, exhale, rest the left hand down inside the left foot. You can rest the right knee down, push the hips a little forward, or to continue on, we float up the right foot behind. So we shift weight forwards onto the hands, a little stretch into the forearms, float up the right foot behind. One more breath, exhale, rest the right foot down, lower the right knee down, push hips forward, and then just relax into lizard pose. You can walk the hands a little forward. Try resting the right elbow down first. If it rests easily, rest down the left elbow. If that feels comfortable too, then take your left elbow just outside of the left foot, underneath the left knee. Relax your head down, hold here, rest and breathe. Now let's inhale, walk the hands in, lift up again, step back with your left foot, exhale, lower knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, lift up to cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale, the left foot, forward bend. Inhale, stretch arms out and up. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, step back with the left foot. Exhale, rest the left knee down. Stretch both arms up, ready for our first warrior pose. Take a breath in. Exhale to float up the left knee. Inhale, rest it down to the mat again. Exhale, lift. Inhale, rest it down and exhale to lift. And inhale, touch the left knee down to the mat again. Exhale, lift, and let's hold it here this time. Stretch up through the fingertips. Keep the forward leg, right knee just over the right heel or just behind. Next exhalation, rest the left hand down. Rest the left knee down as well if you like. Stretch up with the right hand or keep the left knee lifted. Direct the gaze up towards the left hand. Push back down through the left heel. Next exhalation, rest right hand down inside the right foot. Lower the left knee down. And let's shift weight forward onto the hands. Inhale, float up the left foot. Just hold. Another good breath in. And exhale. Rest down the left foot. Rest down the left knee. Let's inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, walk hands a little forward. If the left elbow rests down to the mat, go ahead and do so. Rest down the right elbow too if it feels comfortable. Or even take your right arm outside the right foot, underneath the right knee. Relax the head down. Just hold here in lizard pose. And next inhalation. Let's walk the hands in, lift the head up, step back with the right foot. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forwards, left foot. Exhale, the right foot. Forward bend. Inhale, stretch arms out and up. And exhale, back to mountain pose. A little shake out maybe. Arms and legs. Steady your breathing. Lengthen arms forward to shoulder height. Let's lift up just the right heel. If you like, you can float up the right foot. Begin to lower a little deeper down, bending the left leg, the supporting leg. Optionally float up your right foot in front, extending the right leg, pushing through the heel. Just hold. A little strengthening into the supporting left leg. Exhale, rest the right foot down. And get ready for the other side. Steady yourself on the right side. Lift up the left heel. Extend the arms out to about shoulder height. You can hold here or lift up the left foot. Begin to bend the standing leg. Optionally extend the left leg and hold. Maybe fingertips will come to the toes here of the extended leg. Maybe go a little deeper if you like. Let's make it one more good breath in. Exhale to rest the left foot back down. Step feet wider apart, out towards the edges of the mat, ready for garland pose. Inhale, stretch arms out and up, fingertips together. Exhale, rest your hands down to forward bend. Let the head hang a little forward. Another good breath in, and then when you're ready, let's lift the head. Inhale, exhale, step back with the right foot. Follow with the left foot. Lower the knees down to the mat, into box position. Inhale, lift the head and the tailbone into cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone. And exhale, rest the elbows down to the mat, about shoulder width apart. Interlock your fingers. Inhale, float the chin forward to the thumbs. Exhale, forehead back down to the mat. Dolphin pose. Inhale, maybe come a little forward, the thumbs this time. Exhale, head back down to the mat. And then optionally to extend, we tuck in the toes. Inhale, lift the knees, float the chin forward to the thumbs. Exhale, head back down to the mat behind the elbows. And then inhale, float forwards in front of the thumbs this time. Exhale, head back down behind the elbows. Hold, just put a good stretch through the lats. Next exhalation, rest the knees down, rest the hips down, and reach your hands back down by the hips. Let's take a little rest breath. Rest the head to the hands maybe. Shake out the legs. Steady your breathing. Reach hands down by the hips. And let's peel up the chest and shoulders from the mat. Interlock your fingers behind your back. Roll back the shoulders. Inhale to reach your hands down towards the sit bones. Float up just the right leg or lift up both legs. Let's hold here. Float your arms up a little higher behind you. Squeeze the glutes, tuck in the navel. Then if you have been floating just one leg, switch to the other side. So right foot down, left foot to lift, or just keep both legs raised. Float the hands a little higher up. One more good breath in. Float the legs, float the chest and the shoulders. Exhale, let's take a rest. Rest your head down to the hands and just hold it there. Very good. Now let's bring elbows in underneath the shoulders and interlock your fingers. Push in actively. Push downwards into the floor. Push outwards as well, so you feel the stretch and tone across the upper back. Lift up the hips. If you like, lift up the right leg. Inhale, bring the chin forward to the thumbs. Exhale, forehead back down to the mat behind the elbows. Inhale, chin forward to the hands. Exhale, back down behind the elbows. If you like this time, lift up the right knee as well. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, back, float up the leg. Inhale, float the chin forwards in front of the hands. And exhale, forehead back down behind the elbows. And inhale, float forwards into plank pose with the option of having that right leg lifted. Remember, you're pushing downwards into the mat through the elbows, also pushing outwards. And exhale. Let's rest the knees down. We switch the legs. So we have the other leg raised this time. Inhale, chin forward to the thumbs. Exhale, back behind the elbows. Inhale, chin in front of the hands to the floor. Exhale, back behind the elbows. Lift up the right knee this time. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, come all the way back. Float up that leg behind. Inhale, chin forwards. Exhale, all the way back, and let's hold. Float that leg up. Inhale, come forwards. Let's hold in low plank position. Push downwards through elbows, outwards through elbows. Keep energy locks engaged. One more good breath in. Exhale, rest both knees down, rest the hips down, and rest your head all the way down to the hands. Take a good rest breath. Steady your breathing. Center yourself. Now let's tuck hands under shoulders. Inhale to peel up. Exhale, push the hips, sit bones back down to the heels in child's pose. And inhale, let's push into the knees. Come on all the way up, walk the hands in, and exhale. Let's sit down to the mat, extend the legs out in front, give a little shake out. Tuck in the right foot first. Rest your hands behind you, and let's inhale to push in and lift up. Remember, you could leave your hands behind you, or for extra emphasis and strengthening, line up your hands with your hips. Bend the extended left leg. Inhale to lift up, and now let's push through the left leg. You can float up that left foot in front. Remember to use the midsection, use your core, a little core strengthening, use of bandhas. And exhale, rest the sit bones back down. Take a breath in. Exhale to reach forwards, walk the hands forward, and relax your head down towards the left knee. Head to knee pose A. Just hold it there. Remember, you can rest forehead down to the knee, or your head can come down just inside of the left knee. Just hold, steady your breathing. And inhale, lift your head up, walk the hands in. And exhale, extend the right foot out. And let's inhale, take in the left foot. And remember, you can rest your hands behind the hips, lift up this way, or hands a little forward of the hips for extra strengthening. Bend the extended right leg, inhale to push in. Now begin to lengthen the right leg, so the hips push back behind the arms. Float up the right foot, let's hold. Remember to keep the navel tucked, lift the pelvic floor. One more breath in, exhale, rest the sit bones back down. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale. Relax to your head to knee pose A. Just walk your hands down either side of the right foot, or reach all the way down to the ankle, or to the toes, or to the heel. Relax the head forward. Steady your breathing, just hold it right here. And inhale. Lift the head up, walk hands in. And exhale, step out both feet, give a little shake out. Rest your hands either behind the hips to lift up, or have hands just by the hips or a little in front. Bend the knees slightly as you inhale, push in to lift up. Now push in to the mat through the heels to lengthen the legs, push the hips back behind the arms, float up the right foot, hold it there. And then rest the right foot down, rest the sit bones down, take a little rest breath, lean forwards, push in, lift up again, and float the left foot this time. Some core strengthening here, some good use of bandhas, also some good stretch into the forearms. One more breath in, and exhale, rest all the way down. Take a breath in, reach forwards, and exhale, Paschimottanasana. Rest your head down towards the knees, walk your hands down towards the heels, or however far forwards they will comfortably go. Deep, meditative, forward bend, just hold here, focus to your breathing. Inhale, walk the hands in, lift all the way up. And exhale, let's just release. Roll back down to the mat. Let's find the knees, give them a little tuck in. Trace out a couple of circles either way with your knees just to massage out and release the low back. Rest your feet down, bend the knees, feet a little wider out than the width of the hips towards the edges of the mat. Chin to the chest, reach your hands down by the heels. Inhale to peel your back away from the floor, float the hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come down to the midline. Exhale, float back up and push over to the left hand side. Hold it there. Note where you feel the little change in the stretch, a little more release into the left hip flexor. Just hold. Inhale, float the hips down about halfway, come back to center, and exhale. Now push the hips over to the right hand side. Push in actively through the left heel, also the right. Note again the change in emphasis to the stretch in the hip flexors. Inhale, back down to the midline. Exhale, push in and up over to the left hand side. Hold, or this time float up the right foot and stretch your right foot as far over to the left hand side as you can. Make sure you're using the left glute for support here, floating the chest up to the chin. Let's inhale, rest the right foot down again, float the hips down to center. Exhale, push over to the right hand side. Hold or float up the left foot and bring it as far over to the right hand side as you can. Hold, keep pushing in. One more good breath in. And then exhale to rest the left foot down. Lower your hips down to the mat again. Let's take a resting breath. Just tuck in your knees. Rock out your back a little bit. Roll the head from side to side. Now rest your feet down to the mat again. We get ready for shoulder stand sequence. Peel up your back from the floor. Support your back with your hands. Lengthen your feet up towards the ceiling. Imagine that the shoulder, the hip, the knee will all be in line. Take a breath in. Exhale, float the left foot down towards the floor behind you. Continue stretching up with the right foot. Take another breath in. Exhale to bend the right knee. Put as much stretch, comfortable stretch into the right hip flexor and quad as you can. Tuck the heel towards the sit bone. Now inhale, float up the left foot, float up the right foot, and exhale. Float the right foot down towards the mat behind you. Next exhalation, bend the left knee as well, tucking the heel towards the sit bone, adding some good stretch in to the hip flexor. Inhale, float up the left foot, float up the right foot. Exhale, float both feet down to the mat behind you into Halasana plow pose. If you like, interlock your fingers behind you. Exhale to extend your forearms down to the floor, down to the mat behind you, and hold. Now release and float up your feet away from the floor. Exhale to unroll back down onto the mat. Tuck in your knees again. Give a little stretch and rock out to your back. Release any tension there. Rock the head a little from side to side if you like. Stretch arms out to either side. Tuck in the knees close. Take a breath in. Exhale, rest your feet, your knees down to the left hand side. Secure your knees with the left hand. Look over the right shoulder. Just hold right there. Tuck your navel in a little too so you feel the stretch, and release across the abdomen. Inhale, float the knees up to center, and exhale, float them over to the right hand side. Secure your knees with the right hand. Take a breath in. Exhale, stretch out with the left hand. Look over your left shoulder and then hold it there. Steady breathing. Midsection engaged, the navel tucked in. Now let's release. Float the knees up to center again. Find your knees with your hands. A little rock out before you come up to a seated position. Tuck your feet into cross-legged pose. Hold on to your knees. Inhale to arch forwards and exhale back, rounding your back as you tuck your chin to the chest. Hold it there a breath. Inhale, sit tall again. Exhale, turn to your left hand side. Left hand behind you, right hand onto the knee. Inhale, extend straight up to the crown of the head. Exhale, come all the way around to your right hand side. Left hand onto the right knee, right hand behind you. Lengthen upwards, take a good breath in, hold the rotation. And then when you're ready, exhale back around to center again. Begin to focus to your breathing. Tuck your feet into cross-legged pose, or sitting hero pose if you like, or half lotus, or lotus if you're comfortable there. Let's begin to focus our breath work, focus our attention to breath work and breathing. You can rest your hands to the knees or to the ankles, or rest them to the abdomen. Direct your gaze to the tip of the nose, or just close your eyes. If you'd like to follow with Anuloma Viloma, alternate nostril breathing, close off the right nostril with your thumb. Rest the index and middle finger to the brow between the eyebrows. Inhale through the left nostril for a count of about 4, or it might be 8. And then once the inhalation is complete, hold for an equal count, so that could be again 4 or 8. When the retention is complete, release your hold on the right side, close off the left side, and exhale for about 4 or 8 through this side, and continue alternating from side to side. Remember not to force it. Your breathing should be easy. If it begins to get forced, then just follow the rhythm of your breathing. You could just rest your hands back down to the knees. You can visualize the breath entering through one side, leaving through the other, or just change the rhythm. Imagine that as you inhale, you feel prana coming in from the air. As you retain the breath, you extract the prana from your breath. And as you exhale, any impurities or tensions leave. balancing the activity of the hemispheres of the brain. A very calming and balancing breath. Anuloma Viloma. Alternate nostril breathing. Now when you're ready, just complete your final round of alternate nostril breathing. You can rest your hands to the knees, to the abdomen, to the heart, or any other comfortable rest position that you prefer. I've chosen the heart here today, heart and lungs, chest. So if you've chosen an energy center, just feel the warmth, the prana coming from your hands and radiating into that energy center. Very good. So when you're ready, you could lie back down to your mat into Shavasana. Namaste. And we'll see you next time.